Hello, thank you for your interest in this video and welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and we talk all about koi ponds and waterfalls, water gardens, aquatic plants, pond filtration, fish, the whole bit here. I've been in business for over 25 years professionally building koi ponds and waterfalls and the such. So I put together this YouTube channel to help share with you a lot of the things that I've learned over the years and hopefully kind of guide you if you're looking to build your own pond and give you some good ideas and some helpful tips. If you already have a pond and you're into this hobby, it's awesome. I am too. I love this hobby. You know, hopefully there's some videos here too that can interest you and maybe teach you a little bit more about something or answer some questions for you. I definitely try to share with you as much information as I can of all the things that I've learned over the years. So I really appreciate your support. If you're into all this stuff, you know, please subscribe to the channel. I have well over 100 videos here for you guys. And all the videos I have broken down into different playlists, so you know, to help guide you, navigate you around, because there's so many videos now. So if you're looking into construction and design, I have a playlist. If you're into water plants, I have a playlist, okay, and so on and so forth. So you can look things up a little bit easier and hopefully find something that interests you and it can help you out. So today's video, we are getting into another water plant. We are looking at what's called Arum or Peltandra virginica. So this is a really cool plant. It's pretty common, especially here on the East Coast of the United States. It's a very common plant, but from what I understand, it is readily available pretty much throughout the country. It is noted for its basically lush green foliage. It has large arrow-shaped leaves, and the plant really looks, at least to me, kind of like a tropical piece in your pond. It's a lush green, dark green plant. It doesn't really have a striking flower, although it does get a little flower spike on it. In late spring, early summer. So basically what we're looking at is it looks like a leaf that comes up in a spiral and kind of opens up halfway, and it has a spike in the middle that's either a yellowish color or a white kind of color. But it is not a big notable showy flower. After that flower kind of dies off, it kind of curls down and there is basically a seed pod, like a little ball underneath that spike that will dip down into the water. Eventually it opens up and the seeds come out of it. But it's, you know, again, it's really known for a really nice looking lush plant. It's easy to grow. It prefers full sun, but it can do well in some shade as well. It's not quite as dense and as lush in the shade, but it can tolerate a good amount of shade and look like a decent plant in your pond. It also is nice because it is not as invasive as a lot of aquatic plants are. It grows well in pots, and if you want to plant it directly into your pond, if you have the ability, you know, if it's gravel and stuff, you want to plant it right into the pond, it does well because it doesn't spread and grow out all over the place. It basically just forms a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger clump, okay? So it stays pretty condensed and in control of itself. But it is a really nice plant planted, you know, amongst the rocks and the border of your pond. It doesn't like to be much more than about 4, 5, 6 inches deep, okay? It does like to stay in shallow water, but a nice big container, a nice big pot, you know, will allow it to fill out and get nice and full. Now the plant only grows about 2 feet tall or so. It doesn't get very big, but sometimes the leaves, once established, can be anywhere from, 8, 10 inches to 12, 14 inches long. They can have some nice big leaves on this plant. So it actually looks really, really nice. It can be used in mass plantings, with different flowering plants around it. And it can also be used as like a specimen plant, poof, right there in a corner. I mean, just let it fill out, and it's really nice. So again, it's a really common plant, and there is another plant called the arrowhead. All right, this is Arum. There's another plant called arrowhead, which is Sagittaria. It looks similar. Now the difference is it's not as full and dark green and lush as this plant is. The arrowhead also gets small white flowers on it. But the thing with arrowhead is that it is invasive. It does send roots and runners out. So if you plant a clump of arrowhead here, in a couple years it'll be growing there and there, there and over here, okay? Whereas the arum really stays nice and condensed. So to me, it's a preferred plant, the arum over the arrowhead, just because of its, it stays nice and condensed and controlled. And it looks great. So again, I like to plant this in a nice large container, okay? Something, as big as we can get, like a 4-gallon, 3-gallon, 5-gallon plant container. Put some gravel in the bottom, put my plant in, put some dirt around it, pack that dirt all in nice and tight, and then put some large gravel on top. Typically, I like to put gravel in that's at least an inch in diameter and not small little pea gravel. This helps to keep some of the fish from getting in there and digging it all up. So keeping larger gravel up there is a little bit better for me. And I like to keep the plant up, just an inch or two under the water surface. Again, if you have larger fish, bigger koi, they're not going to be able to get up and into those pots to dig in there and tear them apart. So yeah, definitely a nice marginal plant around the border of your pond. In the rock work, again, can be used as a centerpiece, as a specimen plant, or also in a mass grouping of other plants. It looks great as well. So yeah, definitely a popular plant for a reason. It's really great, and it's really easy to grow. So in the northern areas, it will die off in the winter. Just simply cut it back, and next spring it comes back again. It's really pretty easy to grow. There's no special tricks or anything to it. And if you want to use a fertilizer in any of your plants, not just this one, but any plants, I definitely recommend the tablets. Fertilizer, like little plant fertilizer pellets or tablets that you can put directly into the soil, is better than a liquid fertilizer, at least in my mind, that you pour around the pond, because it's more direct. So it gets right into the plant, right to the roots, right where you want it. So definitely, a tablet plant fertilizer would be your best bet. All right, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to this plant, something to look for when you go to the pond store and you're looking to put a new plant in your pond. You probably may see something like this. So it's a very common plant, and it's definitely a great choice to put in your pond. All right. Especially because of the fact that it is not so invasive. So many pond plants are so invasive, and you buy one little pot of something, you put it in, before you know it, it's taken over half the pond. So this is not like that. This is great. All right, thank you very much. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, take a look around, look through those playlists. I would really appreciate the support, and keep checking out my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye.